Hello and welcome to another episode of Giant Views. My name is Sonia Begeman. I'm the editorial director here at Seed World Group. Joining me today is Dan Jenkins. Dan is with Pairwise. Now, Dan, before we really dive into it, tell me a little bit about what you do at Pairwise and what Pairwise as a company does.
Sure. As stated, my name is Dan Jenkins. I'm the head of regulatory and quality at Pairwise. And at Pairwise, what we are doing is seeking to make the world a better place by making better fruits and vegetables. And so we're in the specialty crop area, working on bringing new varieties of fruits and vegetables to people to make healthier diets for folks.
So, when we think about healthy diets, one thing that doesn't always come to mind is plant breeding and how plant breeding comes into play with creating healthy diets. So how does that plant breeding, and more specifically, how does things like gene editing come into play with healthy diets?
Sure. So things like traditional plant breeding have brought some really great varieties of produce to the market. And when you look at examples there that have been really successful, things like halos, which are really good mandarin oranges that are small and they're easy to peel and they lack seeds. So they really strongly appeal to consumer benefits, right? So you can fit them in the lunchbox. They're really convenient to eat. And that product alone has increased citrus consumption in the United States by about 30%, which is really impressive. So then we can come in as a company using new breeding techniques and develop varieties that are really meeting those same kinds of consumer needs. So convenience and snackability, so that they'll eat more of them, right? And so that's kind of our goal, that they maybe turn right towards the produce in the grocery store a little bit more than they're turning left towards the chips. Right?
Mm-hmm. Now, thinking about healthy foods, you mentioned mandarin oranges, but I'm curious, mandarin oranges, great example. What are you guys working on right now?
Sure. We're working on a pipeline to across produce to serve consumers. So, for example, we're working in leafy greens right now, and with some application of technologies like CRISPR and new breeding techniques, making those taste better so that we can provide lots of options of nutrient-dense leafy greens for consumers. We're really focused on berries, making blackberries seedless, bringing in new varieties like black raspberries to the market, which we think consumers will really love. And most people probably haven't experienced those before. And also really working hard on making a pitless cherry. So,
I would be very excited about that one.
Me too, it's my favorite.
That's exciting. One thing I have been wondering, so Pairwise, you're here at the development level for sure. Mm-hmm. If I go to the grocery store in 5 years and 10 years, when you create this pitless cherry, am I looking for Pairwise logo, or do you guys think you're going to be looking for partners on that?
Well, so we are definitely focused on having our brand there in retail. And depending on the go-to-market strategy, we are looking for partners to help us with some of these aspects. And it may vary by whether we're talking about leafy greens or berries or different kinds of markets. So, excuse me. So we are definitely interested in having our brand there on retail. We're really proud of what we do. And that's our mission, is to have Pairwise be there to help address some of these challenges that consumers have and bringing those really fresh new varieties to market. We want the Pairwise name on that.
Mm-hmm. Now, consumer perception is something that we often talk about when it comes to new breeding techniques. And you said something, and it's something we've heard before, which is let them taste it and it'll convince them. Mm-hmm. So maybe talk to me a little bit about why produce has a unique opportunity to open doors for new breeding techniques that maybe field corn or soybeans don't have.
Yeah, it's a good question. So first, that they are something that directly can impact a consumer, right? So obviously consumers aren't buying and eating field corn, but in the produce aisle, again, what we see is that there's this real desire to have new varieties, innovation there. You do see examples, as I mentioned, one of them in mandarins. There's examples of new varieties in apples and things like that have done really well. But by and large, we think that there's a wonderful opportunity here to bring new things, quickly using a technology like CRISPR to serve a lot of those desires for new, fresh products. We think that consumers would like to eat more if they met them in terms of the characteristics they'd like to see in these fruits and vegetables.
Interesting stuff. Now, is there anything else, Dan, that you're really passionate about, or anything else that you guys are doing at Pairwise that you're like, you know what, the seed industry really needs to know that?
I already mentioned cherries, which is my go-to, right? So that's absolutely my favorite. Look, I just think that Pairwise is really excited. I know I'm really excited about being a mission-driven company, where here our focus really is a health one to help improve people's diets. And I think we all know by now that you don't get people to move from only 10% of the population eating the daily recommended amount of fruits and vegetables. You don't move that needle by, as I said earlier today in another talk, by wagging your finger at them. We are really excited, and I'm very passionate about that mission, to bring new, delicious varieties so consumers want to have them, that they are convenient, they're snackable. I'm very excited about that. That's why I joined the company.
Well, thank you so much, Dan. We appreciate you joining us here at the American Seed Trade Association Vegetable and Flower Seed Conference in San Diego, California. Thank you so much, and thanks for watching.
Thank you.